in here for me. Okay. So everyone, first of all, I always like to make sure we celebrate people who do this amazing work, reaching to people all over the city, help them get the information they need, helping them find a way to get signed up for testing, get signed up for vaccination. The amazing folks from Test and Trace Corps, let's give them a round of applause. We appreciate you. They're smiling behind those masks. So, we're here in Red Hook, and I want to tell you, for a long time, I've been involved with the Red Hook community, going way back to when I was a school board member in District 15, starting in 1999. And one of the things I know is Red Hook is a strong community and a proud community that has so often not gotten its fair share. If you spend time with people in Red Hook houses, you hear an extraordinary strength and resiliency. And people know how to fight to get things to be better for their community. I remember when Hurricane Sandy struck, I remember joining with resident leaders, joining with the Red Hook Initiative. I remember Shirley and I walking the halls of one of the buildings and seeing what people are going through, days and days and days without electricity. I remember going up the stairwells, through the building, no lights. That went on for a long time. And people were suffering, but they helped each other. They really helped each other. They stood by each other. And I learned so much respect for the Red Hook community during that crisis. And I know we've seen the same in this crisis. People have been there for each other. But we have to be there for Red Hook. So we wanted to create an opportunity for public housing residents, for NYCHA residents, seniors, to get the vaccinations they needed right here in their own community, for them to be prioritized as an act of fairness and justice. This community has been through so much, needed its own vaccination site. And I want to thank Congressmember Nydia Velázquez. You'll hear from her in a moment. She called me personally. She said, we've got to get this going right away. This community needs help. And we heard her call to action and met it. And we're going to keep being here to make sure that people at Red Hook get what they need. So this is about equity. It is about creating a recovery for all of us. When I say a recovery for all of us, it means we are not here to just replace the status quo that was before the pandemic. We are here to change things. And that means making sure that something as precious as the vaccine goes to the communities hardest hit, making sure they get the priority they deserve. So that's what we're doing here today. The seniors I just spoke to, folks who came here to get vaccinated, there is a joy when you talk to a senior citizen or an essential worker who's getting vaccinated, and they have been waiting for that moment and dealing with all the fear that comes with COVID, and then finally getting to that moment where they know they are protected by the vaccine. There's an incredible passion. There's a beauty in that moment. And I want to thank all the folks who work here, because everyone in there providing those vaccines is doing something beautiful to help their fellow New Yorker. And it's just a beautiful thing when you hear people say now they can start to feel they're going to be okay, they're going to be safe. That's what we're here to do. Let me say a few words in Spanish. Nuestro compromiso de crear una ciudad más justa y igual para todos crece día a día. Este sitio para vacunar solo a los adultos mayores de NYCHA es parte de ese compromiso. Vacunar a todos es el camino para recuperar una mejor ciudad para todos. So we do this because it's the right thing to do, but also vaccinating New Yorkers. We're going to vaccinate 5 million New Yorkers by June, and that's going to bring this city back strong, bring people's livelihoods back, bring our city back to our strength we had before, and then go farther. And with that, I want to turn to someone who fights for us every day in Washington, which is not always easy to do, but she has consistently brought back help for the Red Hook community, and she fights with passion. She's now chair of a major committee in the House of Representatives, and we are so proud of her, our Congressmember Nydia Velázquez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much. I call the mayor maybe a week ago, to complain. I said to him, I never called you to ask for anything, not a single favor. But I'm just frustrated because if we, as the city and the nation, do not address inequality and the systemic and structural inequalities that we have seen in every single aspect of our society, we cannot crush the virus unless we target those most impacted by the virus, frontline workers who have no luxury of being able to stay home and work out of their computers. When we go to the supermarket, those workers, they cannot stay home. They have to show up. Transit workers, drivers, they got to show up. They need to get vaccinated. But it is just unfair and morally wrong that only 2-3% of people of color have been able to get the vaccine. And so here we are to make a statement to tenant leaders here. Thank you so much for helping put this operation together and for all the workers who are doing an incredible job. I am in Washington fighting to get the resources that we need. But here on the ground, we have to have a strategy that will help us achieve the goal of crushing this virus. And that means people that look like us to be able to get the help that we promise as a society. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so very much. Tuesday, I am going back to Washington, and hopefully on Friday, we're going to pass a $1.9 trillion package that will bring resources to the city, the state, and for education so that we could have all these schools ready to be opened. And so don't tell me that we need to open up the economy if we don't provide the resources for people to get vaccinated, for ventilation system to be retrofitted so that we protect schools, that we protect the teachers and the children. So that is the work that we need to do. Mr. Mayor, señor alcalde, muchísimas gracias por haber hecho esto. Estamos vacunando a la gente. Es seguro, lo deben de hacer. Estamos aquí pidiéndole a que los envejecientes sean los primeros que vengan aquí en Red Hook Houses. Y no le tengan miedo. The vaccine is safe, and I got it, and I encourage everyone to have it because you will protect yourself, but you're going to protect people around you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Congressmember, and we are looking forward to that vote on the stimulus. Thank you for your leadership. Now I want to hear from two resident leaders who've done extraordinary work advocating for people of this community. First, President Red Hook Houses West, Lily Marshall.
Good evening, everyone. You know Ms. Marshall, been here since 1966. Started out with a fight at 23 years old. April 24th, I'll be 78, and I'm still fighting.
God bless you.
Anything you need, and I find out, just talk to me about it, we need this, I'm going to fight for it. I will not stop until I get it. I thank them for being with us today. Thank Ms. Nitty for being with us. You know, God bless them. And everything we need out here, we're going to fight for it, and I'll be the first to step forward.
Amen. Thank you. And now, President Red Hook Houses East, Francis Brown.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say that I couldn't be a hypocrite and tell people to take the vaccine when I didn't take it, but I took it. And after I took it, I felt great, had no problems, nothing after or anything like that. So I advise everyone to take the vaccine so we can get back to some type of normalcy. That's what matters more than anything. All that other stuff means nothing. We want to get back to some type of normalcy. And I thank the mayor, and I thank my congresswoman, and I just thank the people that helped bring this here. I'm really, really grateful.
Thank you. And everyone, thank you to the resident leaders for the great work you do. Thank you to everyone who's working here. And again, special thanks to the folks who go out every day, including going door to door to sign people up for appointments. Some seniors don't feel so comfortable online. These folks go to their door and get them the appointment they need. Pull out a device, sign them up right there. That is amazing work to make sure people get what they need. So we end where we began, thanking these good folks from Test and Trace. Thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you. Now we're going again. Going back inside. Yep.